No, I'm live. Yes, I'm alive. I haven't changed my lighting, but it seems very dark lately. It's getting very dark. And I wouldn't mind it. It's almost summer. Yep. Beautiful weather here in Limerick today. Very, very nice indeed. But anyway, you're all welcome to the channel. Hello, how are you all doing today? It's a Friday again. We've had our... how's Derek? How's things? We had our live show there on Wednesday night, a short one, and we had the draw for the Paul Smith Memorial Group Build. We had two reasonably excited winners. Okay. Two nice kits we gave away, and it was. I thought it was an enjoyable old build. Anyway, there's some fabulous builds in there. I kind of took my time yesterday and today going back through some of the builds that were there on Facebook page. Got it up on the computer, so I had a nice big screen rather than kind of flicking through my phone. And there are some absolutely beautiful builds there. There really, really is. Question I want to ask you all a little bit later on, but stay tuned for that one. It's a question I want to ask everybody. So just get back down to modelling, and we can forget about the group build. That's all over and done with. All sorted out, done and dusted. So what I've been working on, I'm working on the Leopard. Okay, the Leopard 2 from the Hobby Boss. Yes, Hobby Boss. And I'll tell you, it's a very, very nice one. Very, very nice one indeed. I just took the top to the bottom there, just sort of dry fit and see how things will go together. Going together very, very nicely indeed. The bottom, as you can see, is painted. The top isn't. Don't know whether you can see that and all, but PE and all, yes, PE and all. White spots from the super glue coming through, but hey, they'll paint away. I'm enjoying this kit. I really, really am. There is a little bit of work involved in it. It's not to me a fall together piece. There is a little bit of work to do, a little bit of cleaning up. Certain things have to be kind of clamped for a while. You're drilling holes, you're cutting little pieces out. So you're getting to use your array of tools and files and things anyway on it. Very nice, very, very nice. Really enjoying that. And taking my time, as you might have noticed. I'm taking my time in this one. It's just that I'm enjoying it. I kind of taken that little bit extra time in cleaning off pieces, making sure sort of everything is cleaned off. And just, like I said, I'm just enjoying it. So leave me alone. Let's get up to this chat anyway, and we'll see who's here. John Mason, hi. How are you doing? Liam is there. Del Dare, hello. Commander Wolfman, good evening. Jake, hope you had John. Fucking Jake Hope. John. There's Jake down there. So I apologize, Jake, for taking your name again, because I kind of glanced down and saw your name, and then it went up to reading Commander Wolfman's thing. And it looks like evening, and if you read it fast, it's evening, Jacob. So anyway, it's evening, John. Hope you had a good St. Patrick's Day. I did. Fiddle-dee-dee and all that kind of good top of the morning to you and all that. It was a great day. Don Nickel, hello, John, and all. John Shannon, hello, mate. Hi, John, how are you doing? Stephen Potter, good evening, everybody. Hope you were all well. There looks a bit dark in there. I was saying that, and I have the exact same lighting. Nothing has changed. It just seems very dark. I've even been playing around with my light. Maybe I've had it in different directions or whatever. I normally have it say over there. Does that make it any difference? Don't know. Where are we now? Paul Sutton, good evening, John and gents and ladies too. Ladies join us as well, Paul. We do have the odd ladies that join us. Hello, everyone. Good evening, John, and how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Jay Cope, good evening, John. Mr. P, evening, John. Hi, everyone. Peter Rogers, hi, John Kirk, 1156. Hello from Quebec in Canada. Hello, Kirk in Canada. Stephen Galley, hello, John. How is the new job going? The Leopard is coming on well. Things are going fine work-wise, and the Leopard is yes. I'm really enjoying the Leopard. It is coming on well. I like modern armor. I prefer sort of doing the World War II armor. You can kind of play around with it a bit more. You can do bits of damage to it and stuff like that. Whereas with the modern armor, you have to be that little bit cleaner with things. If you kind of get a bit of extra glue on you, I'm out there with the 4-ply sanding stick, the 4-color one. This is a nice little one, actually. I got that recently. It's sort of ammo by MiG. Wasn't here. I think it was only about two quid or something like that. Nice little sander. Very, very handy. Very, very handy little sander. I know you can get this out of the square blocks in pound shops, but like I said, that was only €2. It's the same thing, and it's in kind of a stick form, and it's grand. It's nice and soft. Does the job. Normally, I get these kind of sanders here. They're two-sided, sort of reasonably fine and reasonably rough. Pick them up in my local chemist. They're about €3 each, €3 each. But they're spongy and they last quite a good length of time. And if I want anything finer, I have the ammo stick. So you don't need a big array of stuff at all. Although these, I must get another couple of these from. As you see, this one has seen much better days. I'm afraid to throw it out, the poor thing. But they're from Ultimate UMP. Ultimate, they're over in England, Paul and the lads. They're good. They're a good set of sanders. I must admit, good set of sanders as well. Del Dare, that's a lot better. John Nickel. John, have you only paid half the electric bill? Maybe that was it. So they kind of cut me down only half. Kieran Kennedy says, evening to all. Now, I do not know why, because it's not darker than normal. The room is its normal. So, I don't know why it's darker. Maybe it's like I said, it could be the light. The light will be usually kind of just a little bit overhead of me. But I just... I can see what you mean. It's like as if there's no light from behind me or something. I don't know. It's light. As long as I get enough light when I'm working on the table, that's all I really worry about. And pictures seem to be coming out fine. And the videos I kind of have the light a little bit closer and a little bit more kind of confined in, so it's a little bit easier. Although I did a clip there just before I came on, because like I said, I'm doing this. I'm doing clips and things. So I just finished off, say, with the PE and another one or two little bits of junctioning and put the lights on the front. So I just did a quick video on that, and I'm ready to move on to the next page. Because you know the way I do it. I'll show you what I'm about to do, then show you what I've done, and do it, and then on to the next bit. And we do clip by clip, and eventually get the model built. And I'm in the middle of one of my clips. Okay, before I come on. Not really working on anything else. My Jeep is still sort of sitting there begging for paint. Oh yes, I did get sent on a lovely little my little spaceship. Yeah, they're Warhammer spaceships. It's quite nice. I've one there for Don. Don, I'll post it up to you during next week. I've just been kind of all over the shop at the moment. I haven't got a chance. I think that's supposed to be up straight. Ooh, it is maybe like that. There we go. But they're nice. They're very, very nice. I got one and sent one on to Don, and You know, they are quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Okay, and they were courtesy of Barry. Barry Griffiths sent us on these. So I have the two of my Don's one there, all wrapped up, waiting to go, and I have the big package. I have the big SA22 Greyhound. That's getting ready. Then I have to try and find some way of packaging it up. I might just sort of put it into a black bag and make sure it's all solidly taped together, and stick a label on the front of it, because I can't seem to find the bags that that Don got. Thing is, Don, I even asked Don, where did you get the bag? Because Don sent it on to me. And it was inside a nice post bag, you know, the ones with the black interior and all that kind of stuff. And I asked Don, where the fuck did you get it? Because I checked around. And Super Value, but unfortunately we don't have Super Value near me. There's quite a distance to the near Super Value, so I have to come up with some other way of packaging it and getting that posted off. And I will get it posted off. Don't worry, I have to get it posted off straight away over to England, to the winner of the group build. Okay, Greg, that will be on its way to you next week. So don't despair. It is there. And the other kit then will be sent on by Lloyd, and you know, then it's a case of on to the next one. And that's one thing I want to ask people, on to the next one. Now, what if you remember, there some time ago I was originally thinking that we do one for April. But I think personally it's a little bit too soon myself. But you know, I'm leaving it up to you. I'm leaving it up to you lads to decide. It was going to be kind of build anything April. In other words, you can just build anything at all. And myself and Don were talking, and I was just sort of thinking maybe it was a bit too soon, because we only just finished one. You know, give people a chance to kind of relax with their building. Don't actually build to purpose or whatever, but still give them a chance to kind of get some bits and pieces together as well. So we can either go for a group build for April, build anything April, or we can leave it off till July. So it's kind of a summer themed one. Okay. I have this weird feeling that we'll all probably be still in feckin' lockdown. Okay. But for this one, I'm thinking of actually giving it 2 months. June and July. So give, you know, if you're off in warmer evenings and things like that, you might be in the humour for doing it. Sort of 2 months, and sort of summer being the theme. Okay. And summer being the theme as in hot places. So you could say pick anything that was in Africa, Italy during the war, Vietnam, that's a nice hot place. Burma during the war, places like that, anywhere around the Mediterranean if you're into your ships and things. And yeah, so anything that's sort of summer related. So if you've got figures in it, they can't be there. I mean, you can't do winter themed whitewash on your stuff. So if you have any figures on your vehicles and things, be short pants and t-shirts, that kind of thing. So that was my idea for one. And the other option then would be an April build. So what do you think yourselves, lads? What do you think? Let me know, because I will be doing, we'll see how things go this evening, what people's opinions are. And myself and Don will have another chat about it, and we'll see how things will go. Okay. Kieran Kenny said, good evening. Oh, Commander Wolfman there. I forgot to ask John, my forgotten, but did your models get to you safely? Commander Wolfman. Oh, yes, you, Commander Wolfman. Yep. They did. I just showed him there, Commander Wolfman. That's see, the Commander Wolfman throws me off. That's what throws me off. Nils Kunnert, good evening to all. Daldare. Gremlins, John, Gremlins, that's for sure. There's Gremlins. See, look, doesn't it look much brighter behind me now? And nothing has changed. So the ghost must have been behind me. Hey everyone. Any word on the new job from Del there? Well, to be quite honest with you, Del, I'm after getting like I said. Remember, I had all my paperwork to get sent off and everything else. Tuesday, I got an email, and it basically said that all my paperwork is in and quite satisfactory, and that they are in a position to offer me a permanent, full-time, 39-hour week contract, and letting me know that it's a 24/7 place, 365 days a year, and they operate on kind of a shift, so you'll be on mornings and evenings and nights. And if I wanted to accept the job offer, to let them know immediately, well, before Friday, which is today. So I did straight away. Tuesday, I kind of replied to the email, and I said, thank you very much. I would be delighted to accept your offer. So basically, I'm just waiting now on the start date. So I've got the official go. So Commander Wolfman, you are very welcome. Well, I think they're absolutely brilliant. They're really nicely detail painted. They're freaking tiny. Whew, eyesight. Brian Daniels, hi John, been hiding for a while. What have you been hiding from, Brian? What did you do? Were you being a bull boy? Ian Plumley used the filler apart from Fav Sprue. Do you use a filler apart from my favorite Sprue? Yes, I do. Depends on the size of the gap. Now, do I have it to hand? That's the thing. It's Mr. Filler. I think that's what that's basically what it's called. Would that be what it's called? Wouldn't it be Mr. Filler? I also use this this can be used as a filler as well. It's Mr. Surfacer. Good for if you've got kind of say cracks and seams that you just want to kind of fill up a bit. That's a good one. The Mr. Surfacer works good. It's Mr. Putty, okay, from whoever knew that Mr. whatever it is range. That's the stuff I use. My next order now, when I put in some stuff, I think I'm actually going to order a tube of the Tamiya putty and see how that goes. Apparently you can kind of mix it with Tamiya extra thin, and you can kind of play around with it and stuff. So I've been watching my night shift chap. He's getting very how would you call it, anal. He's getting very kind of rivet countery lately. But it's nice. I like watching it. That doesn't mean that I want to go doing it myself. Fair play to the people that go to that extent and detail. It's fucking unbelievable. But he's got a new video out. Get over there and watch it. It's absolutely very, very nice. And also, I watched a video there a few minutes ago. Andy's Hobby Headquarters. There's a new Tiger out. Tiger late production, or no, early production, and it's from Border Models, and it looks a lovely kit. Looks an expensive kit though, because it's giving you quite a lot of options. There's 5 different mantlets, so you're gonna have loads of spares, loads of different. You have a choice of different turret baskets. Couple of other little things like that. Lincoln length tracks, plenty of PE, metal barrel, little things like that. So it looks quite nice. Border models, but like I said, they can be a bit pricey. It can be a bit pricey. Right, here are we now. And where are we now on the chat? Brian Daniels has been hiding. Apart from the favourite filler, right? Derek Lahan says Eason's, perhaps. Yeah, there you go. Think I'm copying you with kits, lol. I'm doing the Leopard 2, but mine is the Rebel 1, and also got the Bradley to come. Saying, great minds think alike, Liam. Great minds think alike. Matthew Cass says, good evening, chaps. Brian Daniels, hey, Matt. Still working my Sherman. That's good. Brian, you're doing it's the Ryefield one you're doing, isn't it? I think. My interest keeps logging off. Stupid thing. Don't you mean your internet? Your interest. I'd say your interest is still there, John. Ask the bank about that one. Cushman NYC getting ready to build again, moving in early April. Then I'll have a whole room for models. Oh, you lucky man, you. You lucky bastard. Build a bridge out of it. Anyway, sounds a great topic for July. Yes, I think so as well. Commander Wolfman says, my birthday is on 11th of April. Mine is on the 19th of April. No. So there you go. Commander Wolfman, what year? I think I might have you in year. I'm 1965. 19th of April, 1965. How about a build every quarter? Those that want to build, can others want if they would see if they want to have a stash you build up. Right, hold a second now. How about a build every quarter? Those that want to build can, others can wait if they want. Some of us have a stash to build up. Yes, good idea. Yeah. Do you mean what? Like when you're saying so? Some of us have a stash to build up. My stash consists of 2 kits, and one of those kits I have earmarked for giving away for the next group build. Okay, it's a giveaway kit, nice old Tamiya kit. And my other one then is my Bradley. So that is my stash. Literally, I don't have any more kits apart from that. So I'll have to start looking for kits myself. But doing good. Brian Daniels will be 63 in August. Fair play to you, Dan, Brian. I'm still building models at 6. I'm still around at 63. Del Dare, well done, buddy. Congrats. Although I'm only 8 years off it. Actually, 9, because I'm, anyway. Here we go. Del Dare, well done, buddy. Congrats. Matthew Cast, nice idea. Nils, congrats. John, well done, John. Just taking a break. I use Predict Putty. Oh, perfect putty. Perfect putty Brian uses. Yeah. That idea about the sort of every quarter is a good idea. That's kind of, that would kind of put July, August into it nicely, and then be the next one, say, August, September, October, November. Yeah, do one then around kind of Christmas build. Trying to spread them out. I don't want to be kind of. I don't want the channel or the Facebook page to be associated with all we do is group builds, and then people start getting technical, and it can drive people away. I think, especially for hobby builders. People that just want to build just for the crack of it, and which is really what I started off as, and what I kind of still consider myself as a hobby builder. I do it because I like it, and it's a hobby. It passes time. When it starts becoming a chore, then I'm being kind of a sticky situation then, shall we say, because I might have to give them. That Border Tiger kit looks amazing. I have a diorama in mind for that one already. Nils. Matthew Cass says, I've ordered Ryefields Panther House F. It was pricey like Border models. Brian Daniels says, I'm also working on a 1/350 scale, 3/50th scale Star Trek Enterprise. Yes, I used to have a friend of mine that used to do a lot of the Star Trek stuff. I remember he did can't remember whether it was the Enterprise or the Voyager, but it was a resin kit. It looked absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. It really, really did. Dennis O'Brien, hi John, just finished the M3 Grant. Yes, nice kit that. Cushman NYC, lol. Jacob, mine's 3rd of April. See, a lot of us are Aprils. Oh, you can't beat us April peoples. Brian Daniels, 1958. Commander Wolfman, I'm a baby, 1992. 29 this year. Wow. Yeah. I have a son older than you. Yes, my son is 1984. He was born. It was a sex crime. 19. Don't sing. Matthew was born in 1990. So nice to see we've got some young. We call them young whippersnappers. 29, 30. Fair play to you lads. And he was building a clear tank with loads of it into Andy was building a clear tank with loads in it, so you could choose to have a choice. Oh yeah, whether it's going to be kind of clear through or yeah. Cabot Road Junction. Hey all, hey Mr. Junction. Or them trains going choo choo. That sounds good. I'm an old sod, 1951, John. You've got me by 14. Paul Bryson, take longer painting figures than any models. Yes, I'm the same. Although not the last couple of figures now I've painted. I kind of painted through them very, very quickly. But like I said, I'm not exactly an artist, so I kind of just do a base color over the face and a quick wash and leave it at that. Don't try to do any more to it. The more I do to it, the more kind of like clowns they start looking. Cushman's got to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay cool, man. And we will see you next week. Matthew Cass says, hello, Common Road Junction. How are you? By Cushman. Not as much as a baby as me. I'm 2002. Jacob, 2004. Ian Plumley, 1970. Brian Daniel says, I have a daughter who's older than you. Who's that now? Older than Jake, is it? Jake? Derek Laham was born in 78. Dennis O'Brien was born in January 1960. Liam Kelly, and July birthday, the 8th. Commander Wolfman, nice to see there's a variety of ages to remind me. Yeah, it is great to see a great range of ages because, shall we say, we'd be people that wouldn't, if we were out in the open, we probably wouldn't kind of click together as a group. Sort of, you kind of tend to kind of stick to your own, not necessarily your own age group, but your own kind of age area. Not necessarily, if you can get my drift, because you'll always have one or two youngish people within your group as well. But the range of ages there, like I said, there's a couple of us there that are, say, in our 50s, have kids that are in their 30s, and it's nice to see. And I know that there are even some younger chaps there that watch the channel and things, and there are people in their teens. And if there is anybody out there in your teens, lads, just let me know what age you are. I'm not trying to be pervy or anything like that, but just let me know that you're a young modeler, middle-aged modeler, old-age modeler, sort of just dug yourself up out of a grave modeler. I'm still here. Sort of everything sort of glued onto the side of the face and everything else, and dementia, Tourette's, you name it, he's got it. That'll be me now in a couple of years, guarantee you. I want to get sort of a mixture of Alzheimer's and Tourette's, so I can curse all over the place and get away with it because I don't even know he's got it. But be perfectly sane behind the whole thing, Just got carried away there. Wouldn't have thought it? Wouldn't it be great going to sort of sign yourself into a home and sort of pretend you're mad? But then when the sort of novelty dies off, then you have to try and persuade them that no, I'm okay. Paul Bryson, you got the joke. 1984, sex crime, yes. Brian Daniels on the Halloon. Mr. P, September 65, Ian Plumley, my grade. What grade, Mr. Surfacer, are you using? I think it's the 500 I have. Yeah, the 500, which is, I think, the lower number, the thicker it is, isn't it? This is the reasonably thick stuff. It stinks to high heaven. Absolutely stinks to high heaven, but handy. It's one of those little, shall we say, things that you keep in the box that you might only use on one model every 5 models. But you're glad you have it when you have it, you know what I mean? Hello, John. 1980, turned 40 this past November. Peter Rogers. It's frightening to think the year 2000 was 21 years ago. I know, yeah. Crikey, Mac. There's a long one, all right. Del Dare, 5th of July, 1967. Your oldest T62. Good night from Leningrad, John. Good night, Mr. I'd say it's cold in Leningrad this time of year. Dennis O'Brien. My first kit was a USA battleship, age 9. I'm 63, still learning. The hobby brings us together. Meet some interesting people. You can always learn from older modelers. That's for sure. And you can learn from a lot of the younger modelers as well. Like when you look at Night Shift, he's not exactly a silver top. He's not kind of going grey and bald or anything like that. He's a young man, and I'll tell you, we can learn a lot from him. There's lots of the there's some really, really good creative modelers out there. People that do the say decent scratch building, all that kind of stuff, change models around, and they're unbelievable. Way past what I maybe capable of. I won't say past what I'm capable of, but past what I'm prepared to do and time I'm prepared to spend on kits. Plus, then again, I don't have a lot of the skills that they'd have. Some of these kids are brilliant, are just artists in their own right. And then when it kind of comes to converting that onto, say, a physical medium, they can do some amazing stuff. So, it's one of those hobbies that kind of has a lot of different disciplines within it. The painting, some people just love the painting side, some people love the building, some people, like me, I enjoy both. And at the same time, then both piss me off as much. I can sort of get a kit, really, really enjoy the building of it, and hate the fucking painting of it, and just do a slap on paint. Just get it adequate, just to, excuse me, not COVID. Just to, just to get it finished. And those other kits, then you kind of just slap them together. It might be kind of a cheap kit, and you end up doing a really fabulous paint job to it. And one of the perfect ones that is definitely the case for many, many people. would be the Tamiya's Panther A. You'll pick it up for about a tenner nowadays. And it's a great fucking model. It really, really is, because it fits together so nice, and it looks really, really good. But it's a great model for say for testing things. Okay, if you want to say do a damaged Panther or damaged tanks, and you're wondering, oh, I don't want to go breaking into this, and I don't want to cutting that off. And that's a great one to experiment on. For your battle damage, how deep can I go with this and things like that. So if you destroy it, you say to yourself, well, it's tenner, money well spent, because down the line I'll have learned, and I've said, I'm not going to do that, because on a 50 or 60 quid kit, because I did it on a cheap one and it didn't matter. Great paint mule, and you can get it then, and you can say to yourself, well, because it's only a cheap one, I'll go to town with it. You could end up with a fabulous job altogether. Like I know that the Panther, I keep looking down there because I have Panther directly there under the camera, and it is a great little kit to build, a great learning tool, I must admit. Where are we now? Because I'm after losing the chat. There we go. Hobby brings us together. Yes, there we go. Tamiya putty stinks as well. Yeah, well, anything Tamiya stinks. The Tamiya Extra 10. I wouldn't sit in a room with that with a couple of bottles of it open, that's for sure. Don Nickel says, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. That's your new mantra, John. Yes, I'm definitely well far from the cuckoo's nest. I'd be like to say was it the Indian chap? Everybody thought he was mad, but there was nothing actually wrong with him. He could go out any time he wanted, because he signed himself in so he could leave at any time. They were all trying to break out, and he could just go out if he wanted to. Grateful. Commander Wolfman, who where hate rigging on sailing ship? Who here hate rigging on sailing ship? So I feel I'm going to do myself into my own rigging. Oh, you're going to tie yourself up in your own rigging. Yeah, I can imagine. That's one of the reasons why I don't do that kind of stuff. I'd love to do it. Like I said, I wanted to do HMS Victory, but it was the rigging kind of puts me off. And it's one of those things, if you do it wrong, it looks horrible. You have to kind of know what you're doing. So down the line, maybe. Brian Daniels, mine was an Epic P51, MPC P51. Common Road Junction, if I'm honest, never had a crack at it. I think Mr. Hobby Colours smell like that lacquer. Yeah, well, they are lacquer-based paints, and anything lacquer-based, it has that stink to it. We are the Silver Surfers. Yes, that's for fucking sure. Commander Wolfman, definitely give it a go, but I will warn anybody. The bigger the ship, the sailing ships, the more rigging there is. Yeah. If you've ever seen the real ones, crikey Mac, it's just ropes everywhere. Absolutely freaking everywhere. Dan Nichols says, Commander, I've done rigging on 2 sailing ships that nearly drove me mental, but looking back afterwards, it gave me such a feeling of achievement. Yes, well, there is that too. Yeah, I'm working in the Tamiya Panther A at the moment. I'm loving it. Common Road Junction. It's a great kit. It's a great freaking kit. You can do what you want with it. Go hack into the hack the front mud guards off. It makes the track look brilliant as well. I bought a metal bar for it and plugged the holes, and it's looking good now. Director Hand says, very true. I got a B17 172 scale very cheap. 12 odd, so I went down on that damage, and Jesus is looking banged up now, but just for a practice. Yeah, and it's always handy to know, what way paints are going to kind of react and go in their own different areas, and you want to say what colors will mix through, and paint mule is dead handy for all that kind of stuff. I know the Tamiya Panther now, and I'm trying to make it look really beat up, plenty of shell hits, etc. We'll see how it goes. John, the one thing I will say to you about, I've seen a lot of people doing damage, and I made that mistake myself a lot of times in the past. And you're making the damage because you want to see it and make it, that you can see it. A lot of people make the damage bigger than, say, a round would actually do. And the easiest thing to do was say, we go get a round. This some kits would have, say, an 88 round with them, and the 88 gun and a couple of spare rounds, and the Tigers would have spare rounds and things like that. That would have been about the biggest round out there. And you can imagine what damage, say, that would do. Most of the time, it would make a hole just a little bit bigger. Okay, just the slightest bit bigger than the size of the projectile. If it's a glancing blow, it'll take a scalp out of it. But it'll only take a scalp the width of the diameter of the projectile. Okay, what's actually hitting the tank. And some people can make, I did it when I did, I can't remember which tank did I do. I think I did it on the King Tiger, and I made some nice kind of nice good gouge out of it, and then I realized that it's just a little bit big, so I filled it up with a bit of putty, and then kind of made the gouge in the putty. That rippling effect where it's actually been hit by, say, a much smaller, less impacting round, and painted the center of it silver and things like that. Because I know you thing is, when you do it, you want to be able to see it, but at the same time, it's got to be at least a little bit realistic. You can't exactly sort of have a finger-sized hole inside of your tank. Like, what the fuck made that? A Navy battleship? Because, yeah, if it's a blowout from the inside out, you'll take various clumps of metal away with you, but most damage, it's actually quite small, because you've got to remember the size of the actual projectile. That's what's making the damage. If the tank is destroyed, it's going to blow the shit out of it anyway. In other words, it can blow inside and just blow panels off and lumps of steel everywhere. But if it just kind of dings off it or whatever, it's not going to cause much damage, and the actual size of it is going to be pretty small. Now, that's my 2 cents. Where are we now? That's for John. Matthew Cast says, Common Road Junction, I recommended just replacing the spare track links with some from another Panther kit. Really improves the details. Yes, but I'll tell you, the tracks that actually come with that Tamiya kit aren't actually that bad at all. They're not bad. You take it in context with the whole thing. If you're going to go off and spend money, get a cheap tenner kit, and then you want to go off and buy aftermarket for it, why not just take that money and go off and buy a really good one? Like, what would you spend, say, with getting the Tamiya Panther? And you get metal barrel, metal tracks, and a PE set for it. You say to yourself, all right, there we go. You get the damn good Meng one for that, and you won't need any of those things. you're getting it perfectly engineered to the way you want it, and you're getting better details, because at the end of the day, it's still the Tamiya Panther, and it's a great starter kit, absolute great starter kit for anybody getting into the hobby, and they want to asking you what kind of kit would you recommend them to start off with. Either that or the the little Panzer II with the Africa Core chappies. That's a great one to start with as well. That's the Africa Core Panzer II. That's actually quite good. There's a nice starter kit. So anyway, lads, that's about it. It's 10 to 10. I'm going to finish up early. Because I want to do another little bit onto this before the evening is out, because I got very, very little done this week. And I'm in the humor. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for dancing. Promise I won't do that again. So anyway, lads, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll see you all next Friday. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel during the week. I will have this update done. I'd say by the end of the weekend. I can say give it Monday or Tuesday. I should be loading up this update. What have I got more to do for the upper hull? Not very much, because it's mostly the slatted armour. And yeah, and a couple of more little bits and pieces to go onto it actually. So it'll actually be up. It'll probably be up Sunday night, Monday. I'll get that up. I have to go dig out some wire now, because I want to make my own tow cables. Yes, I want to make my own tow cables, and I don't like using the string. I always find that when you use the string, they give you a little bit of string with the thing. It always looks hairy. Do you notice that? You get that kind of hairiness on it. Don't like that. So anyway, lads, I'll see you all soon. Take care. Enjoy your modelling. And go and buy yourself a kit. Build it. Enjoy it. You know this rest. See you soon. Take care.